Hello and welcome to Cook Turkish, where we share authentic Turkish recipes in English for the whole family to enjoy. Today we'll be making Turkish lamb head soup, using lamb brain, head, tongue, and shanks. To start, we're going to add vegetable oil to a pot. This is to ensure that our butter doesn't burn. This recipe will end up making about 4.5 liters of soup, so you can definitely scale down if you don't want that much. The recipe and measurements will be in the caption down below. Once the butter is melted, we'll slowly add flour. Flour is going to give us a nice thick soup. In Turkish, we say to mix the flour until the scent is completely gone. You don't want to overcook it or else it'll begin to burn. It should be bubbling slightly and form a white crust around the edges. This is when we can begin ladling in the lamb broth that we prepared earlier. The trick is to add the broth in slowly. Mix up the flour so that it doesn't clump up, and then add a little more. I definitely should have whisked at this point, but I couldn't find my whisk in time for the video. Now I'm adding the remaining lamb broth. Now this part's optional, but I'm going to add 1.5 liters of water because the lamb taste can get a bit overwhelming. For those of you who don't mind, you can totally just skip this step. Whisk to make sure all the flour clumps are dissolved, and then let your soup come to a boil. We used both lamb shanks and a lamb head in this recipe. And here my husband is just picking apart the meat that can be used in the soup. The cheeks, tongue, even the cartilage around the eye is all okay to be added into the soup. You'll want to cut these pieces up so that they're bite-sized before you add them to the soup. Getting the brain out can be a bit tricky, but if you've boiled the head well, you shouldn't need to break anything. If you slide your knife through the sutures, the skull should come apart easily. This is just a shot of my husband taking apart the rest of the meat from the skull. Once your soup has come to a boil, bring it down to a simmer and add your crushed garlic. Whisk that in, and then add salt to taste. Leave your soup to boil once more, and finally add all the meat that you've taken apart from the lamb head. Because of the high fat content from the lamb, the soup is best served warm. I would actually say that it tastes best on day 2, after the flavors have had a chance to infuse. Serve warm with a dash of apple cider vinegar poured on top. Let us know in the comments if you'd enjoy this soup, and don't forget to subscribe for more authentic Turkish recipes.